Since the invasion of Ukraine by Russian forces, there's been a lot of talk about the real reasons behind this, why this had happened. Was it the expansion of NATO? Was it the resurrection of the Soviet Empire? Was it the official Russian narrative of, oh, no, we got to invade Ukraine, and we actually can't call it an invasion, but we have to go into Ukraine and we have to denazify it. Yes, denazify it. Interesting. Now, one Russian Orthodox cleric, he says, no, the real reason we had to go into Ukraine, we didn't have a choice, was to go in and stop the gay. All right, so now, this is not just any Russian cleric, by the way, who, by the way, did not put many of his stat points into intelligence. All the stat points went to, like, piety, but none in intelligence, apparently. I know, I'm totally nerding out on you guys. But this is Patriarch Kirill, who is the head of the Russian Orthodox Church. In a recent sermon, he spelled it out. Take a look. Quote, for 8 years, there have been efforts to destroy what exists in Donbass. What exists in the Donbass is a rejection, a principled rejection of the so-called values that are now being offered by those who lay claim to global domination. Right. Now, today, there's a certain test of loyalty to that power, a certain pass into that happy world that are now being offered by those, into that happy world, the world of excessive consumption, the world of illusory freedom. Do you know what that test is? It's awful. It's very simple, but also horrific. It's a gay parade. What? Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, hold on. It's a gay, horrific, somehow gay parade. Wait, what? Okay, he continues. He said, the demand to hold a gay parade is in fact a test for loyalty to that powerful world. And we know that if people or countries resist this demand, they are excluded from that world and treated as alien. You know, nailed it. They got us. They got us. Yep. I'm not even kidding. Accepting of the gay, allowing gay pride parades, that is actually the mark of a good and tolerant society. Good. I think this is a positive. That's Cleric. Not so positive. Yes, but it does make for a happy world. I mean, look, gay, just another synonym for happy, right? Happy, yes, I like it. Hey, turns out when people are given actual freedom to be themselves, yes, they happen to be more happy. Who knew? That said, the region that he's talking about, Donbass, who he said, well, that's what we had to liberate because there's too much gay. Well, Eastern Donbass turns out not exactly all that free or tolerant of the gay. Turns out they didn't really have a problem with, gay parades everywhere, gay pride parades everywhere, which again probably would have brightened up the place quite a bit. Probably would have helped. So that said, Freedom House gives the Eastern Donbass region a freedom rating of about 4 out of 100, ahead only of North Korea, Syria, Tibet, Turkmenistan, and South Sudan. So now to sit there and say that, oh no, see, this is why Putin had to go in. He had no choice. He had to go in and save people from the evils of pride. Look, deeply homophobic. But again, what do you expect, right? The Russian government is deeply anti-gay. They banned so-called gay propaganda for minors, which basically is kind of a little bit what the whole goal of Florida's Don't Say Gay bill is. But it takes that and makes it even more expansive. You can't even have any public events that promote LGBTQ rights. It's banned. You will get arrested if you do so. Anybody who thinks that that's a free society, anybody who thinks that that is something that we in the United States need to emulate, the right wing, is nobody that I want to be associated with. That's not freedom. That's not liberty. That's bigoted. That's hateful. It is no wonder why the right wing absolutely adores Vladimir Putin and the right wing government of Russia and these Orthodox clerics. By the way, some of the right wingers in America are people like Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon recently praised Vladimir Putin on his podcast for being not woke and saying, oh yeah, Russia's so great because they don't have pride flags. F off. Not only that, but look, going back to freedom in Russia, well, they've essentially banned anything except for state press. Now, technically, they're supposed to have freedom of the press, right? But of course, it's not freedom in practice. You have a lot of news agencies that have been shut down, especially ones that are in the left that are critical of what's going on in Ukraine, of the attack in Ukraine. And so they've really clamped down on press freedom. And what's left are people that unfortunately have to choose to self-censor. And so there's a lot of censorship going on. Now, we're the free speech warriors, right? By the way, yeah, you can get about you can get up to 15 years in prison for spreading what the Kremlin calls fake news. So they have taken what Donald Trump is saying and said, oh yeah, no, fake news, that's the term. But if you spread fake news, what we consider to be fake news, or really what is politically incorrect, and that's what it is. It comes down to political correctness. Well, if you say that, well, you go to prison for 15 years. You can, anyway. And by the way, you're not even allowed to call it a war in Russia. Again, I ask you, where are the free speech warriors? Where's Dave Rubin? Dave Rubin's gay. You would think that he would want to weigh in on this and not kiss Putin's ass. Where's Glenn Greenwald? Glenn Greenwald, where are you? You are also a free speech warrior, right? So-called. You are also gay. Why are you not calling out the Putin regime? What are you doing? Are you talking about the rampant homophobia by the Russian Orthodox Church, by the Putin government? Are you talking about the massive censorship that is going on in Russia as a result of this conflict and Putin? No? I didn't think so. No. Look, Dave Rubin pretends to be a liberal. I'm a classical liberal. What are you talking about? I was on the left, but I didn't leave the left. The left left me. That's what happened. No, you got a paycheck, dude. You got a big paycheck for selling out. And he took it. Look, they're too busy trying to own the libs and repeating talking points crafted by the right-wing government of Russia. So this is disgusting. This is sick. Blaming this on gay people. I mean, come on. It really does illustrate how fundamentalists of, a feather will stick together. American conservatives, look, their groups are out there using their religion to spread hatred and fear to other people, not because they actually believe in this stuff, but because they actually want power. How do you get power? Well, you designate another, and then you rally people against the other. That's what they're doing. And everybody who wants power will do the same thing, the right wing here in America as well. And then, of course, you go and you claim that everyone else is dirty, immoral, they're, bad people. And so, no, what's going on is those people, they are immoral. They're the immoral ones. You are wrong. You are hateful, and you are evil. Not gay people. If you're preaching hatred against gay people, you are evil. You brought that hatred into the world. You spread that hatred all around. You made people afraid of their neighbors. You made the violence that they suffer at the hands of your followers. This cleric is no different than the mullahs in Iran or the fundamentalists here in the United States. Their hatred knows absolutely no bounds. And their excuses for Putin's war, because it is his war, This isn't the Russian people's war. The Russian people didn't have anything to do with this, right? He launched this war. He sidestepped diplomacy for violence because he is a right-wing authoritarian. And understand, that's all they know is violence. Their excuses are absolutely disgusting. And if you're defending them, well, God help you. As far as this cleric goes, he is one sick, evil son of a bitch.